What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, whoever you are watching this? Um, if you're like a lot of young people who really are like deep thinkers, you probably sometimes think and sit around thinking like, why the hell do I have to work? Why the hell do I have to get a job? Why the hell do I have to do any of this? Who decided that I need a job? And what's with this money crap? And if you're someone who's not practical and someone who's like, ideal and likes to think a lot, then this video is probably for you. Why do you have to work? Well, at first it's tempting to say, the system, man, the system's all fucked up. But if you think about it this way, what do you do during the week? What do you buy? If you're not at home, okay, and you have a better idea of this, if you live on your own, you buy groceries, you buy services like car washes, you buy gas, you go to movies, you buy clothes, okay, you buy all these things. Now if you think about it, if you were to just go and buy food, let's say you bought some groceries, some produce, someone had to grow that produce. Someone had to do work to grow that. And they had to do a lot of labor to grow it, to get it there. And then you go, would you feel good just taking that produce from the person, being like, I'm just gonna take this. Thanks. No, obviously you wouldn't. You'd feel bad. You'd be like, I want to give you something too. And that's basically what money is. So, you know, you can't, the only way you can say, well, I don't want to have any money, I don't want to have to do anything, is basically if you don't go out and take anything from anyone else's labor. If you don't want to be someone who just takes, so you have to, you say, okay, well, you help me, I help you. So yeah, if you're consuming things, if you're taking things, then you need to give things back in order to take those things. The more things you want to take, the more you have to give. So be it like a shack versus a mansion, because obviously they're going to require more work and more labor. And what's the deal with money? Well, back in the day, let's say you had like up here, this is how it goes apparently. Let's say you had horses and someone else had a vase, and like, hey, I'll give you this vase. Like, cool, I have horses. And it's like, okay. It's like, well, what's this worth? I'd say that's worth a quarter of my horse. Well, then what are you gonna do? You're like, shit. Sorry, Yankee Doodle. Looks like you're gonna have to lose your leg tonight. And you're gonna give the guy a leg of horse. He's like, well, I can't ride that. It's like, well, shit. What are you gonna do? Well, money is a way to say, well, that horse is worth 6 ducats, and then the vase is worth 2 ducats. So you say, okay, well, it's worth a third. Let's say a third. It's like 2 ducats. Okay, well, here's the 2 ducats. So you're giving the worth, the value of the thing. You're giving equal value for what you take. And that can be transformed into things, but you don't actually have to go and cut a third of a leg off of your horse. So that's kind of a brief synopsis on the system of money and jobs and stuff. When you look at it that way, you don't have to really feel so scummy. It's like, no, makes sense. Everything you take was made by someone who had to do a lot of work to make that. And you just have to find a way to be able to give back to people. And, I think as with jobs, it's good if you can do something you enjoy. It's something that makes you happy, but but at the end of the day, it has to be something that someone can get value from and they can use, because they're giving you something of value. So, yeah, hope that helps. All right, keep thinking. Peace.